Hello, everyone. There's a very interesting debate in the Talmud about what is the most important value of a Jew, or better yet, what's the most important verse in the Bible describing the quintessential aspect of a person, a Jew, or whoever it may be. And the rabbis debated. One rabbi said the most important verse is that verse that talks about God creating man, because that's where it all begins, the purpose of man. That's what gives you a foundation. Another rabbi said the verse Shema Yisrael, belief in God, is the most important verse, or love your fellow as yourself is the most important verse. But then there was one rabbi who said the verse in the portion that we read this Shabbos, the portion of Pinchas where it talks about the daily sacrifice that we were all meant, that the Jews were to bring in the temple. And it says there, every single morning they should bring a sheep as a sacrifice, and every afternoon they should bring the afternoon sacrifice. This rabbi said that's the quintessential verse of the Bible, of the Torah. That defines a Jew. And the question, of course, is why? The daily sacrifice, how did that become the quintessential mitzvah or ideal or concept of the Torah? And the answer, my friends, is that what these rabbis are debating and deciding is what defines a decent person. Let's talk about parents, yeah? As a parent, what defines you as a parent? When you look back when you're an older person, when your kids are all out of the house, perhaps you're in your senior years, and you look back at yourself as a parent, what are you going to look at? Oh, I walked my son or daughter to the chuppah and married them. It was a beautiful thing. I paid the bill, and I was wearing a beautiful gown or a beautiful tuxedo at the moment, and it was this glorious event. Or when they graduated high school or college, I took them out for a nice, beautiful trip, and we made a beautiful weekend out of it, and we were all together in the family. That was the quintessential moment of you being a parent. Or is it every single morning waking up, preparing a breakfast for your child, every single morning preparing his backpack to send him or her off to school, every single day waiting for them when they come home, preparing for them a dinner, working with them in their homework? They're doing the daily sacrifices, the daily chores. Now, these daily chores, these daily things that we do as parents are not on the headlines. They're not in the albums. We don't look back at them and say, oh, what a beautiful picture of me preparing scrambled eggs for my son in the morning or my daughter. That's not in the albums. That's not in the family, that's not in the big letters. That's not in the headlines. It's behind closed doors. No one knows about it. No one talks about it. No one's interested in it. And you yourself are probably not even interested in it. But when you look back, it's that daily morning sacrifice. And it is a sacrifice to be a parent. It's to give up for your time, your comforts, and everything for your children. But that's the quintessential aspect of a parent. It's not the glorious, exciting moments in life, graduation parties, weddings, and things of that are in the beautiful family albums. Those are the gravy. Those are beautiful things, necessary things, perhaps important, very important. But nothing comes when you talk about what's the quintessential parent. It's those great daily grinds, those daily chores that we have to do that take so much out of us. And no one pays attention, no one cares. That's not the question. No one's not the question of careless. No one talks about it. It's not on anyone's radar. It's below the radar. It's below even your own radar. Think about what you made breakfast for your child 1 week ago. You don't know. But that's what made you a parent. It's those things. It's the same thing with Judaism. It's easier to be a Jew on Yom Kippur, those one day a year that come around, exciting moments of your life where God becomes very important to you. How about the daily commitment to God? The morning sheep and the afternoon sheep that was done every single day without failure, whether it was weekday, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Shabbos, Yom Tov, any day of the year. That's what was brought, and that's the quintessential verse of the Torah according to the sage. To him, that's the sign of a Jew, when he commits not to the things that come around once in a blue moon, but the things that he commits to every single day. The daily prayer, the daily giving of charity, the daily thinking about God, the daily learning of Torah, the daily whatever, but daily. If you can make a commitment to the small things, sometimes they're small, and we say they're small, they're probably not small, but that is the sign of a committed Jew. Not that he's ready to do something grandiose on the moment, when something extraordinary happens in his life. He'll donate a large check or he'll give of his time and he'll do something extraordinary. It's very good and very important. And we need you those moments. But it's the daily, the weekly, Shabbos morning, the Friday night, the Tuesday morning, the Tuesday night, that daily sacrifice. If we can do that, that's what that sage was trying to convey. And the end of the story of the Talmudic debate was that they all agreed to him at the end, because he was right. That's what tells the story of a good parent, of a good person, of a good Jew. Shabbat Shalom, and have a wonderful weekend.